With a 13-2 first half, it looked like it was going to be a quick start to our second best of three of our second day here. However, it looked like Space Soldiers had other plans and put up quite the defense to keep things close on Mirage. And I don't know why I'm pacing myself like this. Chad Burchill and Jenko Paunovic are hanging out with me at the panel, myself Machine residing as well. Gents, that looked like a game that we wouldn't have much to say for in terms of analysis. You just watched Liquid pick up a 13 rounds on CT side. We go into the second half, we think, okay, just a matter of time. But yeah, we weren't far off from starting to talk about overtime, Chad.
Well, there were two terms that the casters kept using in that first half that really resonated with me, Alex. It was firing on all cylinders and clinical. Now, those two were definitely the first half. The second turned out to be more of a limp over the finish line. But look, it felt inevitable that Liquid were going to walk away with this one, right? I think that's the best way to look at this. There's a few things I want to talk about with the Liquid CT side. They didn't really bring out the AWP until the later stages. Nitro picked it up maybe 10 rounds in or something along those lines. But if you're a team and you want to know how to play a 5-rifle setup on the CT side of Mirage, look at some of the things that Liquid were doing, right? Because they're doing things which, not cookie cutter, it's outside the norm. They weren't relying on an AWP to hold middle. They weren't relying on an AWP to play retake or to play deep in the apartments. They were doing setups that were a little bit different, and I think that's cool because if they are low on utility, if they are doing force buys, you can still use those. You don't need that AWP to be relying on, and that's one of the cool things that not being, AWP heavy allows you to do. So,
I mean, Jenko, do you kind of echo some sentiments there in terms of they're mixing up the meta in at least a little way?
Yeah, I think they did a great job of having a dynamic CT side, right? They were having different setups all over the map, and they were doing a great job of taking fights together, right? Whether it was going to be towards mid, towards the A side, towards the B side. They have a very good mix of, being aggressive with some of those setups, but also playing passive and playing for the retakes. And, they executed a couple of retakes on the A side after Space Soldiers went for a set piece where they didn't lose a single person in the retake. I mean, that's just, as perfect as it can get, really.
Something that really impressed me, just while we're taking a look at some frags, and you may notice one man from Space Soldiers appearing there a little more than anyone else, is Antares. Now, even in a 13-2 first half, what usually you'd expect your ADR to take a bit of a plummet because you are struggling to do anything on the first half. He still managed to have nearly the highest ADR in the server, just NAF above him. Yeah. That's a testament to why this guy is such a, often discussed as a star, never mind just the team, but in Counter-Strike.
Well, he has to do a lot more work that Calix isn't here, right? Because normally it's the duo. Yeah. There's the 1 and 2 best players in this squad. Then normally Paz is coming in that third spot. Engen down the bottom and Major somewhere in the mix. Here, obviously, things are mixed up. I think their biggest issue on the T side, obviously, Zantares was finding frags, but they weren't finding a rhythm. Every time that they, Yanko's bang on, they were getting these executes in, but they weren't being given the jewels. And then when they were given the jewels, it's like, hey, we're just going to multi-frag you, right? You saw plays coming out of, like, NAF. He's doing that. He didn't, the ADR's there, but his frags aren't there. He was still having impact, just not necessarily converting. For me, Taco, once he got that MP9 3K on the third round, at that point, it's like, okay, we're going to see more from this guy, right? When have you ever seen Taco top the frags? It's not really something we see happen often.
No, and talking of Taco, actually, it's a perfect opportunity for us to actually hear from the player himself. He made quite the move. He left SK Gaming world champions around the Counter-Strike universe and now donning the Liquid jersey and joining Stunner. Let's go ahead and check in with Taco in the middle of this series.
Hey, Taco, it's about that time. I hate to catch you off guard. I know there's a lot going on around here. Zeus is feeling all right back there. We're going to move forward, though, and talk a little bit about this matchup, which is Liquid versus the Space Soldiers. You guys pretty much ran over them on the first map. Talk to me about it.
The first map is over. I'm really happy that we won, and I just want to keep the confidence high. I don't want to think too much about this map because it's over, and I just want to keep my confidence and my team's confidence really high. Let's try to do this for the second map.
Well, the second map is your pick. Now, they picked Mirage. Didn't pan out real well for them, but let's talk about your map pick here. I believe we're going into Inferno. Obviously, you guys wouldn't pick it if you didn't feel confident on it. Are you going to have to bring anything out here? You're going to have to show anything strange.
Yeah, I think Inferno was Liquid's best map for a while, since when I was not playing with them, and I'm happy that I could keep it this way when I joined the team. I feel like it's still our best map, and we are really confident playing this map.
Yeah, and that's all the difference in the world. Now, how confident are you in your 1v1 abilities? Because you have signed yourself up, and you've been called out. So is there anything you'd like to say, perhaps, to the opposition or to anyone at all?
I think Chris, get right, get down, my friend. I think I have no chance, I'm going to you, bro. I'm already thinking about this matchup. I'm thinking about Inferno, but I'm also thinking about this matchup. So I'm really excited to play Get Right. This is legend. I love you, bro, but I'm going to you soon.
Absolutely, and that's right, get right. If you've got beef, I've got the taco right here. We'll put you right inside. Either way, let's go ahead and jump into this next map. Alex got us there.
Now, I'm proud of you, Stunner. That was a spicy meatball. I like that one a lot. I like watching Zeus, the coach of Liquid's face, as Taco's doing that interview talking about the 1v1. He's like, we have another map to play. You stop talking.
Game,
yeah,
mate.
come on, man. Come on. He's like throwing these different pages at him, giving him a chushka, whatever you want to do. Either way, Inferno is up second, Yanko. And before we get to talk about that, in fact, I just remembered we actually have a little bit of a fun thing. In between the two maps, we do get to go ahead and take a closer look at some of the players from Betway. They did some interviews, and they asked them what their favorite Counter-Strike moment is. This could be fun.
What is your favorite play of your career, your favorite highlight that you've made?
Maybe a ace pistol against Astralis on overpass. I mean, like, we needed that pistol to back on game. I think it was that. I push A, SCT, I push A to the fountain, and no one was like watching, and they were doing a execute B, and I was flanking them, and there was one like watching, and I killed the guy watching flank, and starting like a mess in the round, and people were trying to hunt me, and it was like tapping everyone.
At the Atlanta Major, against VP on Nova Pass 1v3, it was basically just me being left alone in a situation which weren't really clutchable, but at some point I think I caught the bomb off guard, and then it was a 1v2, and then I got down to 1 HP, and it was basically just me trying to hold angles where they just went into my angles, and I feel like I played that perfectly on their mistakes. So yeah, it was a great play, and I love to do that again.
It needs to be the major, like when we played against CLG in the decider game. If we lost, we would go out of the major. If we won that, we had like 1 life more. It was a pistol round, and they go down drop. I shoot 1 bullet, and I go back to like the side of the stage journally, and they jump all the guys, and I just killed 4 guys, but 1 shot. It was, but everything worked that game for me, and that's probably my best memory, I guess.
In an online ESL Pro League match or something, right when I joined North, I was on Cobble as a CT on B-Long, and we were against a full Glock eco, so it wasn't that important of a round. But I just smoked the B-Long plat as you do, went up behind the smoke, and I just like full on sprayed all 30 bullets and got an ace through the smoke. So it was like kind of lucky, but it was a pretty awesome play.
Did you see any of the players, or all of the kills were just through the smoke?
The last one, I think I just like kind of hunted to get the ace, but the rest of them was pure luck.
I had a 4K versus Pro.
And that, of course, will be reconvened. We're going to be coming back to that one. We want to make sure we have time to talk about Inferno, but we want to hear more from those. These were great. I really enjoyed that. Zipnix's clutch, I forgot just how good that play was, Yanko. I remember you getting rather excited about that at the time.
Oh yeah, that was super sick. I mean, Zipex in his 1vx situation just shows you how much positioning and having game sense, you don't even need aim, really. You know, people just come into your crosshair. It's always beautiful to watch him play.
When you have 1 HP and it was just like, so the only way I could possibly win that was by putting my crosshair in the right place, and they walked into it.
But that second kill when he waited Pasha to come out of bathrooms, I mean, Pasha had 100 HP, didn't even fire a bullet. So super impressive from Zipex.
Very impressive. Now, the question is whether or not we get to see a third map, whether we get to see, I believe Inferno is next, whether we get to see that Dust 2. I'm kind of hoping, just on the off chance that I get to see more Dust 2 in a competitive environment, get to see Xantares walking out, walking out Cat, but...
There's a silver lining in the sense of if this Liquid's pick, then they'll be starting on the T side,
okay.
I believe. If I
just run with that. Let's run with that.
Makes sense. And their T side just then was pretty lackluster. They had to win off the back of pistols, right? They were having individual plays throughout the game, CT side and the T side, to get them into favorable scenarios. The strats are there, the moves are there, but the cohesion to close out, obviously Space Soldiers were able to stand up and deliver.
Yeah, Liquid, of course, 1 map away now from those playoffs. Looking likely for you, Yanko?
Yeah, I think so. I think on Mirage T side, it was a matter of we have 13 rounds from the first half. We'll get it done no matter what. A bit complacent, but on a map like Inferno, seeing how good Liquid's CT side was for Space Soldiers playing with a stand-in, they're not going to have the same level of coordination on their T side when it comes to Inferno. So I expect Liquid, even if the first half is not ideal for them, I think they are fine with something as even like 4 or 5 rounds. I think their CT side, with how dynamic they've been on Mirage, I think that style translates really well to Inferno.
Interesting. Chad, similar sentiment from you, or?
Yeah, I think, you know, we obviously saw Space Soldiers beat Renegades yesterday on this map, but I'm not reading too much into that. Like I said, Renegades normally fall flat after a good performance. I think they just got a chance to capitalize on a team that wasn't ready and firing on all cylinders.
Yeah, so the win conditions for Space Soldiers, I feel like you'd start listing off basically things that have to go wrong for Liquid in this kind of scenario.
Yeah, I think they would have to just all completely drop off, right? Everybody was doing their job in the last match, and I don't see that being an issue here going on to Inferno.
So Liquid, I mean, they must be safe to assume the strongest North American team in Counter-Strike at the moment then. I mean, Cloud9 are out of the conversation at the moment. Yanko, is it kind of it's pretty much a freebie for them?
It does feel like they have the upper hand over Cloud9 at the moment. Ever since the major, really, you know, they had that string of tournaments right after NAF joined where they had little practice but had some very good runs on LAN. NAF playing like a top 5 player in the world at the time. So I'm very excited to see what they can do with this extra practice in the last 2 weeks.
Yes, indeed. They've had more practice, more time. Let's see if they can put it into practice. They're going up against Space Soldiers. It's one map to take them to the playoffs, take them to the crowd. Let's find out with your casters. It's once again Henry and Harry.
Thank you very much, Alex. Here we go. Second map about to begin. Team Liquid have the map advantage. It looked great in the first half. It started to drop off in the second, but this is their pick. They'll be starting on the T side of Inferno. They've got 3 sets of armor, and it looks like there'll be a big execution with the 2 smokes, flashbangs, and a Molotov as well, presumably for a post-plant situation. That fly makes his way towards the B area, waiting for initial utility and any CTs to push down. They are investigating towards second middle as well. And in terms of the CT setup, Xantaras and Engine holding the B bomb site. Major, Paz, and Despy all holding towards Arch right now. Despy going to be holding by the library, looking at the apartments and indeed the quad. A very slow approach from both teams, and Liquid still have the majority of their utility.
Yeah, they're going to be creeping up over towards top mid here. Over at long, there's going to be Paz and Major. One shot, that's all it takes to send Liquid reeling back, and maybe going to see a split in through CT perhaps as they line up the few smokes that they do have. Bomb still lies in wait down over towards Banana. Twist going to be rejoining up with the rest of the guys over here in mid, and now they look to try and go for this. That Molotov can be used to flush out Major from his cubby, but it's going to get thrown out instead over in towards the bomb site. 3 players here. They're going to go walking into the meat grinder, and they haven't accounted for Major. He's only managed 1, but it's Despe to double down. As now Naf and Taco 2 on 3. Going to charge in the B bomb site. Engine still holding here. No smoke for the cross, so he's given free reign. And they're going to take the fight. They're going to try and flush him out. It has bought time for the rotations to come in. The bomb just trying to go down, and now it all falls on a Taco. 1v3, bomb planted. Xantaras and Engine here, but Taco only manages 1. Engine able to trade, defuse comes in, and Space Soldiers, they win themselves the pistol round.
Very technical approach there from Team Liquid. He saw the full fake towards A. Smokes deployed, flashes gone in. Molotov even on the corner by the library. Very common position for the CTs. And that is all a ruse. You can see the 2 Liquid players waiting at the bottom of Banana with the bomb. They make their way in, but unfortunately they didn't check the cubby hole, Harry. That's a massive oversight and cost them a couple of kills. Like you said, Major only gets 1, but his teammate doubles down, and then it all falls apart. They get the bomb planted, though, so they'll be buying up AKs once again in the 3rd round. But remember, this is Space Soldiers winning all the pistols so far. 3 out of 3, even after losing the first half 13-2 in the first map. But either way, Team Liquid will have PT-50s, Deagles here, and presumably try and get anything they can. A couple of kills would be great. Bomb down would be amazing. We'll see what they can do.
Now once again, Paz and Major over here towards the long angle. Taco gonna go walking out. Ooh, there's that first shot on a Paz. My goodness, he's going to be feeling pretty sore after that one. Nice find from Taco early on. And now Liquid rocking the man advantage. They can slow right down. They've picked that up. No chance of recovering the weapon, sadly, that is over towards long. You can see Major's going to go ahead and retrieve it. Throws his MP9 out of the map and then grabs himself the Famous. Player's about to come his way. And Major, well, he doesn't want to take the Deeg same way Paz did. He's going to have to start to pull off the angle. There's Naf going down. The rest of the guys from Liquid have all pushed the short position. And actually, no, from Space Soldiers really inside of the bomb site. Despe instead watching from long. He's good for 1. Can he manage any more? He's going to get painted up with damage. Rotations coming through. Bomb goes down. Liquid, they're going to take that all day long. That's another bomb plant.
Yeah, absolute miracle there to get the bomb down with just Deagles, no armor. Still a fighting chance to win the round, though. Very Unlikely though, unless Twist can actually pull this one off. They find 2 kills to the Deagles. They actually have the advantage now, and Twist with another might have just secured it. Major, 2 versus 1. Not gonna have the information that they're both in the pit. Doesn't even matter. What an amazing round from Liquid there. Opening things up, it was Taco, and he finished them off as well. The Desert Eagle absolutely lights up Space Soldiers there. I thought the bomb down was enough for, okay, that's pretty cool. But the fact they would have no armor, no nades, just Deagles PT50s, and in such a convincing fashion as well, that's really cool. And it's down to Twist doing such a great job on that A side, Taco to finish things off. And Space Soldiers will be force buying into this one with CZs and a cheeky Mag 7 as well.
I mean, yeah, just what a kind of masterclass of, you know, how important positioning is from Twist, right? You see how he's able to keep that engagement lasting so long, allows his teammates to get in a position down in pit. And yeah, despite, I think he was like, what, like 15 HP? He's still able to find the frag on the back of just dancing around the pillar. So, yeah, that's a pretty scary start now for Space Soldiers. There's 4 spy here. You have Major with the Mag 7. I love to see that. He's taking it over towards pit. I think he's up on the balcony. He's going to be looking over here in towards apartments. But Liquid, they've turned their attention over here towards Banana, and it's not Potassium they're in search of. It's the man advantage. Flash goes high. Zatara's able to find the first trade comes through from Naf, and now it's Paz to take up his position. Nitro not going to give him any leeway into this round. Major with the Mag 7 has managed 1. He's going to go and get the hell out of apartments now as he's pulled it back into a 3-on-3. Liquid, they're going to go barreling up Banana.
Yeah, there's 2 players waiting for them on the other side, though, boosting up in CT Spawn Engine. Given the task of finding at least 1 frag here, it's a very common position, but one that's tricky to flush out. Molotov, though, that will do the trick. Taco, lucky to be alive. Despy doesn't get the same sort of treatment. He'll be dropped by Naf. 3 versus 2. Major up low with that Mag 7. Engine trying to do whatever he can. Smoked out for now. That should be the round complete. Will they just save the CZ at Mag 7? I would say probably so. No point just throwing them away, as Engine does just concede and fall back. AK for Major, actually, so that's not too bad. He can go pick up the Mag 7, Engine can, so he might as well just go do that. No reason just to drop for no reason, but we'll see. 2-1 for Liquid. A little bit more uncomfortable than it had to be, but still 3 players survive. Taco picks up the FAMAS. And Major to save that AK. He's going to be all the way in T-spawn, so he's absolutely fine. As Engine waits for any sort of exit frags. Like I said, I think getting the Mag 7 was a better call. But still, he'll save his CZ armor into the next round.
I think what's really quite astonishing as well, if you look at this, is Liquid's ability to find, success in these 4 spies, because, the Space Soldiers are 3 for 3 for pistol rounds right now, and it feels like Liquid, they've always been there to steal back that 4 spy in the second round.
Wasn't even a 4 spy though, was it? It was Deagles, no armor.
Yeah, just
no nades.
Just the deco. Yeah, I mean, I think in a lot of situations you always end up being better off if somehow you could do that reliably, right? Which Liquid have pretty much been able to do. Now with that 1 rifle that was carried forward, you're going to be looking towards Major to be the catalyst for success for Space Soldiers in this round. And they're just going to stack all 4 players over here towards A, with Major holding B on his lonesome.
Yeah, just 1 waiting in B. That's the AK-47 though. Could cause damage. Grenades being deployed towards the top, making sure they flush everyone out who could be there. There's a call for a rotation form of Engine. They have a smoke to work with here.
Yeah, they're going to double back in through mid. They changed their mind, go away from that B-bomb site, which is where the rifle does reside. And they're going to go walking into the more comfortable of the 2. Just USPs here. You can see Engine rotating around with the CZ. Liquid not leaving anything up to chance, being very, very methodical in their approach into this round. They know that there is still a little bit of firepower out for the Space Soldiers roster. You don't want to go running into that. So they've played the numbers game, and now they have their sights fixated on this A-bomb site. 4 players here for Space Soldiers, one of which going to be Engine. He still has that CZ and armor carried forward. Liquid with 35 seconds left have to start to get a move on. They've thrown out most of their utilities. 2 smokes, 1 Molotov, a flashbang. That's all they've got. Looks like they're going through that smoke. Pushing on throughout here towards the A-bomb set. They spot the man in pit. Paz going to manage 1 and a second. How's he done that with the USP? Engine still tucked away inside of the bomb site. They've got no idea. There's 15 seconds left, and Engine's managed 1, maybe a second, as he paints up Naf down to 4 HP. Bomb plant going to come in just in the nick of time.
Oh, no.
That's a blunder. It's now Major, 100 HP, AK in hand. He has to land 1 bullet onto Naf, and he's been given Just a tremendous foot in the door, thanks to that blunder in getting the bomb down, Henry.
What an absolute nightmare for Team Liquid there. Certainly not as controlled as what we saw on Mirage. It all goes horribly wrong there. The USPs, the C's, it wasn't even the AK that caused most of the damage there. It was all falling apart before the round could really get itself to a place where it's comfortable for Liquid. They managed to get the bomb down just about. Had that been a couple of seconds later, that blunder from Nav, that could have been the round over there. He luckily had 5 seconds still on the clock. But there we go, 2-2. Space Soldiers bring back a pretty impossible situation. Pistols and 1 AK. As we get into the next round, it's going to be the AWP for Paz. Team Liquid still have a buy here. A little bit of residual cash, 2K for Nafly. But with the smokes, flashbangs, Molotovs, and Paz not committing towards those T-steps. Looking towards the underpass right now. I'll look towards second middle after making sure no one crosses over towards the underpass area. Very slow approach for Team Liquid. Not going to be battling for Banana straight away. They are going to check out apartments, so as they check all the close corners, push everyone back. Now apartments is under control. They'll focus their attention towards Banana. Same sort of approach. Use the Molotovs. Make sure those CTs are up close and personal. And at that point, try and find this first pick.
There's Despe able to open up. Ali's not ready to have to trade that one back over there towards the A-bomb site. Now they throw out the one smoke. They're going to get smoked off over here towards the top of Banana. Twist toying with the idea of trying to peek through. There's no gap in the smoke, but they're going to go boosting Nitro up and over. He won't spot anything. No one playing coffins. Ooh, maybe Engine could give something up, but no, he's just going to re-smoke it. Hides himself away. There's a pretty big gap in that smoke, and Paz has actually taken up position on the coffins. Will he spot the boost? He does, and what a shot to land. 8 HP, but he's able to stay alive. Now the smokes rain through. Zantara's in with that Molotov, delays the push, and Engine, he's buying more than enough time here. Rotations coming through. 25 seconds at Engine. He's shut this whole play down. Zantara's to finish off the round of Space Soldiers. They're going to move on to a third. Just missed the AWP, though, at the end, which is a little bit upsetting.
Well, they're up against a full eco, so it's not that detrimental, certainly not ideal. But Liquid now, after that nightmare of around towards the A-bomb site, they're going to near planting the bomb towards B, and they'll just be PG-50s. This is considered the best map for Team Liquid. Hasn't looked that way so far. Opening pick there towards Taco from Despe in the pip. Nice shot. And now just PT50s. Now had a big extra cash. He goes for PT50 and a helmet. So he spends $1,300 into the round. He's got one flashbang here. I don't think they'll be finding amazing results with just this setup. Maybe the Deagles, you'd have a bit more luck. But for now, good flashbang. Paz has to fall back at least, so they have mid-control. And they'll just try and swarm and overwhelm anyone on the other side as they just bait out the utility right now.
Then Paz going to go and spot twist. Sends them out of mid. Bomber, you can see turning his attention up towards Banana as they go running up there. Pete comes out from Taco. He only has the Glock ready to work with. They're going to try and head in towards the B-bomb site. Catch Space Soldiers unaware, but Engine's here, and there's no Molotov this time to get him off of the boost. You can hear all the footsteps as well. Rotations have come through from Zantara's and Liquid. Yeah, I mean, they're just going to go running back towards A. You know, it's not expecting too much from them in this round, obviously, as it was just that PT50 invested. So.
Yeah, well, best case scenario is you get a couple of kills like that, and you bait out all their utility. This is actually possible. I'm not going to say there's a chance they win it, but we'll see, as Destiny does pretty much handle everything. There were 3 kills coming in, denies the plant. So it got a bit interesting there. 2 kills, pretty much fine. What you'd expect for that sort of buy. PT50s, slight bit of utility. And we'll get into round number 7. It's currently 4-2 in favour of Space Soldiers here on the CT side of Inferno. Second map of our best of 3. Team Liquid ran away with the first half Mirage, got a little bit more competitive in the second, and finished up 16-11 as we find ourselves here. Liquid trailing. 5 AKs for them. Paz the only AWP on the server. I would imagine that will stay that way, at least for this half. Team Liquid probably more comfortable with 5 AKs on the T side of Inferno. Zantara is by the sandbags of B. They have a very slow approach from Team Liquid. They're really not battling at the start for the control of the Banana area. Engine will just be baiting at Zantara, trying to help him out from the coffins with the flashbang there.
Flash about to come through. Zantara's peeks on the back of it. just tucked away. Here he goes. Zantara's maybe going to have his moment, but no, they're going to leave Banana once again. Liquid banging out some utility over here towards the top of Banana. Naf going to go back a little bit more. That smoke there. Zantara's going to tag him up. Naf forced off the angle. Now, in the meantime, Liquid throwing all this utility out over here towards the A bomb site. They're going to try and go for it. Paz throws down the Incendiary over here into middle to delay the play out from Liquid. Still 50 seconds left on the clock. Still 4 smokes as well, it's important to note for Liquid. But, oh, Major, they're not going to see this coming. He's got aggressive in through short. He only manages 1, spots 4 players there on the peak. And that's enough to force the rotation out from Zantara's. Slowly but surely making his way in from B. There's a man in the pit. That's going to be Despe. He was the star of the previous round, and this time he wants to do it once again. Good for 1 kill. Is going to get dealt with. Paz now arrives with the AWP. Trades go left and right with Zantara's. I was going to say, hopefully going to clean this round up, but no, it falls 1v1 at Naf versus Engine. He's roaring to life. Into the action he goes. Naf going to get decapitated, and Space Soldiers moving on to a 5th round.
The shot from Engine there, you can see him barreling in from the arch side. If the bomb goes down, knows he's got at least 4 seconds to get as close as possible. Probably his intel from his teammates as well. The Naf was low. And at that point, just has to hit a couple of shots, and he just rails the head. Saves the AWP. It's 5-2. 4th stage loss bonus from Team Liquid, and they do get the bomb down, so there is a buy. A weak one of that. You can see the money on the screens right now. We've got enough AK armor or Khalil armor and some nades. Zeus is going to chime in right now. I think he's called for the partial buy. As you can see, CZ's coming out. Smokes, flashbangs. Wants to try and get towards that B site. Presumably that's where you can do most of the damage. Smoke spawn, flash over, try and get through the initial choke point. Overwhelm where the AWP could be. That's what you want to probably want to find out first. Where's that AWP at? And we can avoid him at the very start. Maybe bait out a shot, take him down together. That'd be absolutely everything. Timeout comes to an end. Major maybe considering the secondary AWP yet to buy into this round. Doesn't go for it, so he'll have the M4A4. Paz still on the main AWP. Plenty of flashbangs, couple of smokes, 1 Molotov for the T side. Like I said, B likely here. They haven't really experimented too much towards that side of the map. And it will be Zantara. It's fully flashed up. Needs to be careful here. Down he goes. This could be a disaster now. Engine needs to find at least 2 kills, I would say, to stand a chance of holding them off here. There's the first. Can he get the second? Can't do it. 1's enough, but there it is. A safe cross and a missed shot from Paz. They do still have a smoke, Team Liquid that is, so they could cross over to the side, but they're opting to fall back towards A. Leave Twist here, and this is just a perfect call. Whoever has made this is just absolutely nailed it right now. The fact they've baited everyone over, convinced the CT is going to be a B-side attack, got an open A bomb site now, that's round over. No way that Space Soldiers can win this one. So lovely, lovely stuff there. And they're even going to find all the kills by the looks of things. Taco wants the knife. Will he get it, Harry?
Even if he has to bait Twist to get it, they're both there. Oh, Taco, 2 for 1 maybe. Twist gonna go to get rid of Paz, and there we go. Will his patience be rewarded, Taco? Oh, that's brutal. Just cuts them up back in CT spawn. Liquid. What a way to find a 3rd round. That call, as you say, Henry, was just flawless from them. Love the idea. The execution was perfect, and what a way to find a 3rd round.
I've just noticed that Zantara is very aggressive towards that corner area. If they can flash him off, get that first pick, just trade him out, that would be great. They certainly did that. Engine then had to find 1 kill. He got that, but 2 would have been enough to win the round. At that point, it causes all the rotation for CT spawn. Team Liquid use that information, fall back towards A, open bomb site, leave Twist there. It's causing so much damage. That was round over, and they even get a knife kill towards the end. So great recovery by Team Liquid in this first half. 5-3. And now a pretty much full eco for Space Soldiers. Antares goes for the Deagle armor, of course. Like we said, he's an aggressive player. Wants to see whether he can cause some damage here with the upgraded pistol and the protection of the Kevlar.
Might not even ever see the action in this round, though. They're already out on A. Despe caught completely off guard. It should be a clean round for Liquid. Paz going to get tagged up. He's forced away. And Taco, he's still waiting all the way down towards the T-ramp. So Engine about to go walking his way. It's actually Naf, rather. There we go. He's going to go ahead. Just elite Engine. Liquid moving on to a 4th round, and you imagine they're going to keep this pretty clean. Zantara's is good for 1. Maybe they can save the rifle as well. That'd be a bit of a win for Space Soldiers, at least something to take away from this round. The one thing I will say, Henry, is I think, when we kind of look at it, right, I think Space Soldiers need to field a pretty convincing CT side, solely because of how strong Paz has looked on the AWP. I don't think, with the sort of AWPer he is, I don't think he's going to be able to keep that going over on the T side.
It's not many AWPers that can, to be honest. The T-side AWPing is very difficult. Only some of the world's elites can really make it a proper thing, an impactful purchase that's going to be finding advantageous openings for their team. I think of the likes of Guardian, Oscar, Fallen. Those are the guys that really can cause massive damage to the T-side AWP. But round 10 here. 5-4. Liquid recovering now. 2 rounds in a row for them. All by Paz again. And 4 for Elise. So those players with our helmets are a little bit vulnerable to him. That's Major and Paz. He'll be waiting towards middle, and he's going to get a kill here by the looks of things, unless they trade him out very effectively, which they do not, and he'll get the first kill. And Team Liquid have been struggling with this concept of flashing and smoking out AWPers. You remember on Mirage, he did this a few times, walking into crosshairs and wondering why they're getting absolutely destroyed. This is another gimme round for Space Soldiers. Not really that much to write home about. Just walked into the crossover an AWPer with no flashbang. What do you think's going to happen?
Tell me, that second shot from Paz is lovely. That was well met, but yeah, no, they aren't taking the precautions to actually flush him out. Has been playing the same position every round over on this CT side. Nitro donning the AWP for Lit. Could be said how tricky it is to AWP on the T side of this map. 3 players over here. They're going to try boosting up NAF. Elise is up in apartments. Despe going to be tucked away inside of the bomb site. Does have Major there as well. Paz watching the aggression in through long. NAF just edging forward. This position is going to be the one that is so key to this A-side take. Major looking like he wanted to go with a peek. Paz going to miss that shot. He is given an opportunity, but Nitro still holding the angle. Does tag Major, but it's not going to be enough, and now NAF has to drop down, has to try and find something. He has dealt with Paz. Still 2 players here. Zantares has rotated in as well. NAF manages 1 and a second. Not ready for Major, though. He's going to fall. And Space Soldiers managed to cling on in that round. They're going to find themselves a 6th.
All things considered, closer than I expected after that horrible start there from Liquid. Really want to be flashing the corners, or he's smoking them off, trying to flush those AWPers out. Played out a shot first, but Paz, you're right, great shots. There's the opening. See, that's way too AWPer for an AWPer of his caliber. Way too easy for an AWPer of his caliber. Taco, a little bit unlucky with the second, but still. There will be a full buy for Liquid here. Money's starting to be whittled down at this point. 6-4. T-side of Inferno. This is still fine for Liquid. As they go a bit more aggressive towards B this time, it is going to be met by aggression of the CT. Nitro wants his first kill, won't get it. Lots of utility being deployed. There's going to be another frag surely coming in. Zantares 1 HP. It's so scrappy right now. There's the kill. And Zantares still on 1, waiting behind those flames.
He's still alive. They're going to go pushing his way. Finally, they deal with him. He causes them so many problems in spite of being within inches of his life. Now they leave Banana once again. Back towards A they go, where Paz has the position over here at long. He's going to go ahead and hide himself away. They're walking towards him. He takes the peek, manages the first NAF there to trade. Now the pressure falls to Despe inside the A-bomb site. All eyes on him. He's been so good in this position time and time again. He's opened up with the first. The lead's going to go walking into the crosshair, and Despe is just relentless. A 7th round for Space Soldiers, and Liquid really struggling here on their T side, it feels like.
Well, there we go. Lovely work by Despe, the absolute mercenary, coming in for this event to replace Calix, doing a great job there on the A site. High pressure scenario, 1 kill might not even been enough, considering the time it would take it for his teammates to rotate through. Nails both of them, denies the plant. It'll be 7-4 with 1 more buy available for Team Liquid here. They're going to have 1 player on the CZ, that's Twists. 4 AKs around him, Nitro just to smoke, so sign of the times for Liquid here. Now, all available for Paz this time. He has been hitting some pretty spectacular shots, so will that be to their detriment? Time will tell. Round 12 here. Second map in our best of 3. Liquid not looking as confident as I expected, considering this is what Taco considers their best map. This is their pick, and Space Soldiers, after winning the pistol, having a few difficult rounds, actually looking up on top of things right now. Speaking of which, engine boosted in the B-bomb site. There he is. He'll be baited in by Zantares. The idea is Zantares tries to make as much presence as possible, make sure it's known that he's in CT spawn, try and check the flashbangs in, fire some bullets for a smoke, and let's hope his teammate boosted there on the site and you can get one kill and then drop down and play off him with the flashbangs. It will be a big execution from Team Liquid here. Smokes towards spawn, coffins, watch out for a Molotov towards new boxes, maybe the first oranges where Engine's boosted actually touch him as well. But they've got great utility usage here, and that smoke being deployed in the last second is actually going to be such a nightmare for Liquid here. I don't think they can win this round at this point, but maybe Taco's got other ideas. So much fire down, great utility deployed from Space Soldiers. Might be able to deny the plant here, can't do that, but doing significant damage.
Yeah, this looks grim. Naf and Taco both tagged so low. They've boosted up Naf. He's going to go peeking down into CT. Despa's there. He's just sneaking up through. Banana going to go blow for blow with Twist, and Twist wins that fight. Everyone tagged so low for Liquid. Surely this isn't the round they're able to win. Naf from atop his boost manages one more. It's all on to Paz. First kill and the second. The spray transfers there, and now it's just Taco. 1 versus 1. Paz hasn't spotted him. Time's ticked too low. There's no time, and that's it. Taco from hiding away. He's won the round. Liquid, they managed to lock themselves in a 5th there.
That's so weird, isn't it? That's such a cool boost. The thing is, well, the communication wasn't quite there because it should have been communicated that Twist wasn't actually on top of the new boxes, right? He was just peeking above it. Really cool idea, and they're thinking on their feet there. But if he was boosted up properly, then you'd be able to call that and say he's there alone, his teammate wasn't there. But the fact he had that sort of position, teammates should have known that the other players, presumably there, Taco, should have been called out. But either way, fantastic work by him, especially just to stay alive. Bit of a squeaky bum time at that point, but I love that boost. That was really creative at that point. Paz did everything he could. They were all low, but you could see he just didn't have the intel that Taco was there. Obviously a high-pressure situation, and couldn't quite find him in time. Taco got the kill. Huge round for Team Liquid. Not only did they force Space Soldiers onto an eco, they avoid that themselves. Now they can have a bit of comfort with the SMGs coming out. MAC-10s, UMPs, a couple of AKs. Should be quite a simple round for them. I say that though, the CZs and armor is coming out for Space Soldiers, so we'll have a look. Smokes, flashbangs, 1 defuse kit. They're playing to win this round. Space Soldiers have gone for the full investment, Harry. This could be them losing the half at this point with this buy.
Yeah, this is high risk and very, very high reward potentially, but they do have Liquid poised on the reset. So are Space Soldiers. This is such an important round. Whoever picks it up effectively gets themselves a 2 for 1. And that almost guarantees winning out the half. 3 players for Space Soldiers over here towards this B-bomb site. Liquid, they're all over here. Stacked up outside of B. No Molotov, no Incendiary to slow down this push when it does come through. You're just going to be relying on the raw aim and talent of these players. Gintares, he does go through. He's able to find 1. Tags up a couple as well. Major's here to help him out. No flash going to go through for him. He's just going to go barreling on in. There it is. It comes in a little bit late, and Twist going to find that kill, leaving it now to Despe and Paz. Paz manages to drop a Liege. They even keep committing now, though. Bomb ticking down, and Liquid plenty of time to set up in the after plant. Yeah, Space Soldier's going to start to back away.
Might as well. They've managed to recover a UMP. They've got armor here. But that's going to be an absolute nightmare. They're going to get $1,900 into the next round. They have to take pretty much a full eco there. At least they take the UMP. They've actually got 2 CZs there as well, so Paz can drop 1 to a teammate. It's not going to help too much, but it's better than just having a USP. So it at least gives them some sort of a fighting chance in the next round. It was a pretty decent attempt there. Had a pretty heavy B focus, but Team Liquid with the SMGs close range, always going to come out on top there, especially with all the chaotic smokes and flashes going down. But there we have it. 7-6, and Team Liquid with a huge advantage here for round number 14. On the T side of Inferno especially, they tied us up to 7-7. They're looking very good for the CT half, but remember, they have lost all the pistols so far. That could be a problem in the second half if that trend continues.
Yeah, but I do think, I mean, this is such a nice recovery from Liquid in terms, it was looking like it could have shaped up to be quite a bad half, right? This was 7-4 at one point in time, and now they have the chance to actually win out the half here on their T side. Going to be aggression over towards top mid. Paz saved the UMP forward from the previous round. Now you're going to be looking at him to try and make an all-star play over towards apartments. Major's holding the cross down in CT. Lets them go by. Going to fall, and it's Paz. Oh, he's here, but he misses the opening volley, and Taco will not be so generous as to give anything away. He's Engine, and he's going to fall. Liquid keep things flawless, don't even break a sweat in that round. As now he goes 7-7. Bai going to be coming in for Space Soldiers the last of the half.
It is indeed. Space Soldiers were looking so good. I remember at one point they were 5-2 up. It's all come crashing down now, though. If you're just joining us, this is Space Soldiers without Calix. He had a visa issue. Sometimes happen in his North American events. And it's Despy who's come in to replace him. He's actually doing a pretty solid job, I would say. He's actually top fragging right now. He's on 11 frags, 9 deaths, same as Antares. So aggressive play from Paz. Might be able to get one here, no chance of a trade, as Twist gets both. I did say at the beginning of this series, watch out for him. He is an incredibly talented player. Fortunately, though, overcommits, and Engine will take him down 3-on-3, but that does certainly favor the T side here, basically because CT forces are defending. They're spread a lot thinner now. They have to choose whether they're going to have 2 players, which bomb side that's going to be, where they'll have 1. And obviously Team Liquid can play all 3 players into one area where hopefully there's just the 1 CT waiting. That's exactly where they'll be going. Just Engine waiting towards that B bomb site. He'll have to challenge 3 players. 1-for-1 trade won't be enough. We'll see what he can do. 1 minute remaining, though, and CTs have no information. I think Zantares will have to work a bit hard. You can see him exploring towards top of middle right now. He's going to peek down middle, and that's going to cause for a rotation in CT spawn now. Despy's going all the way back, so Zantares did a very good job to at least get the intel here. Good smoke drop by Engine. This is actually well held. They're doing a great job at actually making this competitive for themselves. Engine, though, flash taken down, and that might be the end of the round. And indeed the half. 3-on-2 now. Zantares has to go huge.
He is very, very quick here in the back. Taco's got no ideas, and Tara spots it, misses the opening volley, but is going to go out and redeem it. Making his way on through, misses the spray the second time around. It's Despy. Top fragging for Space Soldiers, as you say, but only a UMP in hand. This is a tall order, to say the very least. Time ticking down. He's going to get polished off through the smoke, and Liquid, they've done it. They've won out the half. They're going to go 8-7. Which, considering at one point in time, as you said, this was 5-2 or 7-4 in favor of Space Soldiers. That was a very, very nice recovery from them.
I love that play from Taco, especially. The fact that he only has the AK, he's got his back turned to his Zantares. He just drops the Molotov before he dies. That's his last dying wish. Drops that down, and Zantares can't push in. He can't be aggressive there. And it means that he buys his teammates just a few extra seconds to win that particular round. That was really cool from Taco. He's a great player in those sort of situations. Quick on his feet, I would say. Either way, Team Liquid can pull it back. Obviously 5-2 down, bring it to 8-7. And now on the CT half is the scores on the doors. Naf at the top, he got 14 kills, 10 deaths. Nitro very quiet there by his standards, 4 and 10. At the top of Space Soldiers, like we said, Despy with 77 ADR and 11 kills. Antares, not really the high-flying superstar we've come to expect today. He had a couple of good moments on Mirage, but they're going to need him more than ever now as they swap over to the T side. We'll have a look at the buy for the terrorist forces here. 3 sets of armor now, 4. Despy with the smoke, 2 flashbangs, no upgraded pistols on either side. Now 5 with the defused kit and the flashbangs here. And it's looking quite standard. With the 1 smoke, I'd suggest it's going to be an A side attack from Space Soldiers. You do need 2 to enter towards that B site. Speaking of which, Team Liquid have sent 3 players towards the mouth of B, looking to challenge. And remember, they haven't won a single pistol yet in this series. Might not be changing just yet as Major opens things up.
Back still holding his own. Taco does delete him. Come on, oh, the Liege.
Hello.
Tapping towards top mid, and that's pretty devastating. Despy going to try and offer himself up now. Liege just backs off the angle. I love that headshot noise with the USP. It's so satisfying to hear.
It is lovely, but I'm sure Space Soldiers are sick of it by now. Either way, it will be a 4-on-3. No, 3-on-2. Let's go with. Zantares completely took the words right out of my mouth, as he has a lovely burst fire with the Glock. And now that gives them a window of opportunity. We've still a minute on the clock.
Yeah, they've got time. They have utility as well. Despy with 2 flashbangs, and this aggression from Elise. This is lovely. He spots them going back for the bomb. He knows exactly what's going on. He's painted a picture. Nitro rotating around as well. They have them trapped down at the bottom of mid. Space Soldiers might have to push towards the B bomb site. Their hands are tied on this one. They've been forced into this situation. Naf now has to try and hold his ground. He's here alone. And from the coffins, he's going to emerge. Puts Despy in one. And now it's Antares alone in a 1v3. Does manage to get the bomb down. This would be massive. Space Soldiers currently 3 for 3 for pistol rounds. It could be about to be stripped away from them. Unless the man that we peg as the star of this team can land an impossible clutch. Does tag down the first. They're pushing on into it. Both players in his crosshair, and that's too much to ask. Liquid they're going to find themselves their 9th round, and they get the first pistol round in this series.
Certainly do. 3 kills from Elige. Bomb planted, though, so not in the woods just yet. That does mean Space Soldiers can have the buy right now. That's a bit more of an aggressive stance. We'll go for the pretty standard stuff of getting the AKs down in the 3rd. Pretty lovely stuff from Elige. That 2nd shot especially, the precision is just remarkable. 9-7 and wants to play for Space Soldiers. A lot of teams buy up in the 3rd, but if you get 3, 4 kills, you can opt for the buy here. Not going to happen though, just a full eco, Glocks only. No flashbangs, no PT50s. Should be the walk in the park for Liquid. If a bomb goes down, that would be an absolute nightmare for them. But we'll see if Space Soldiers can even find a couple of frags here.
Yeah, Symmetry fans around the world rejoice. Look at that nice buy for Liquid. Yeah, you love to see it. Here's Nitro with the MP9. This is a chance really for him to pad those stats. And there's one. These unarmored opponents, this is just a chance really for them to build up a bank, make some money. Nitro has all these footsteps going on around him. The MP9, of course, superior to the Glock. Cuts them down left and right. Bomb dropped over in 2nd mid. Lots of damage done. Despay's going to manage one. Well, he should just be cleaning this up. Liquid going to move on to a 10th round. And they keep it pretty clean as well.
Well, things about to get interesting out of the AWP. Well, maybe the AWP. Zantaro's going to fall on. I should say the AK is more likely to come out right now. And we'll see whether Team Liquid and their SMGs will be able to hold them off. Takas on the MP9. Twist when NAF with the UMP. Round 18. No pause coming through. It's actually a pretty strong buy for Space Soldiers. You see 5 AKs, all the armor, smokes, flashbangs, only 1 Molotov. They're actually very important on Inferno. So many cubby holes and tight little angles for CGs to hold, especially with those SMGs. We'll see whether they want to get aggressive and go for that first pick with the lesser weaponry here.
Here they are to go scouting over towards the top of Banana. Ooh, Elige, there's a smoke there, but he's still tagged up Major. He's going to get damage dealt back. Zantara is just dealing damage in spades through that smoke. Now, obviously, Henry, I don't know if you saw it earlier on, but there was a lovely run boost on with Yugi. Over onto the half wall.
I did see that onto the half wall, right? Just to get that first pick, and he actually no-scoped someone, I believe, for that position.
It was like Rez, I think it was. Yeah, just get into wreck. But I'd love to see maybe Liquid feeling a little bit inspired. Maybe they're going to try and spice things up with some exciting run boosts. Always love to see it. But this round, sending Nitro back from B. He's going to bolster the defense here inside of this A bomb site. 4 players here, leaving NAF alone inside of B. So often do we see him playing that anchor role over there. As the incendiary over a mid, and this could be pretty perfect. He's going to have a chance to throw it into the mouth of mid, so he does just delay the play through long. Space Soldiers, they've done a great job of rotating everyone into this A bomb site, but now the question is, do they continue pressing forward? Nitro actually backing away. Only 3 players here for Liquid. Taco holding close, the MP9. He got it done with this weapon over on Mirage. Can he do it once again? There's the first. Tags up another, but Paz going to go to get rid of him. Now Zantara's with the short wrap. 2 players inside of the bomb site. It's going to be Twist and Elige to turn the tide of battle. There's 14 seconds. Time is of the essence, and Twist, he is just lighting up the scoreboard right now. Despay's going to answer back. The bomb's down and out in the open. They have managed to retrieve it. Nitro not able to drop the bomb in time. It's going to go down. Naf not able to deny it, but he is going to find both the kills. Defuse comes in, and Liquid, fantastic recovery for them in that round.
Naf's actually one of my favorite players to watch, and Inferno especially. He's always so calm, makes the correct plays. Like, he just looks like he just knows what's up every single time. That's so perfect. Sure, he can't deny the bomb, but he does manage to save the round, and that's all that matters, really. 11-7, bomb planted, and with 3rd stage loss bonus, I think there is a bit of a buy available. They'll call a timeout. Zantara's already bought the AK armor. This could be one of those aforementioned tactical purchases we've discussed in great detail before. Basically means you just bring on 1 AK for a star player. Let's say you've got someone like Simple on your team, or in this case, Zantara's. You bring him out the AK. The rest of your teammates want just like PT50s or CZs perhaps, and he's trying to cause damage for the next round. If you do find an opening pick, let's say you get an M4 in hand, you've got armor, you've got some smokes and flashbangs, yes, you win the round. Doesn't cost you a lot, but your superstar players can completely turn things around if they get that opening kill. Zantara is definitely capable. Let's see what he can do. It does rely on a lot of mistakes to be made by the CT4, so maybe they're expecting just Glocks coming out, or just CZs, and they're going to go challenge and try and get that first pick. And Zantara doesn't want to fire off his AK until he absolutely has to, so there's a chance. He doesn't want to let them know that that's been purchased, because they're assuming this is an eco.
He's going to try and keep that secret. Paz has armor as well behind this Deeg. They're going to go down over towards mid. Doesn't find any damage. The nade stack down Banana Mite. Molotov heats up Centaurus, but he's able to extinguish it. Centaurus pressing the issue further forward. There's the AK-5. They know that he's got it now. And he's forced them off the angle over here towards B. He's actually to keep going forward. Might beat them to the smoke. Rotations come through. You can see Nitro going to be bolstering the hold over here at B. But Centaurus, what an opener to find. Keeps going forward. Flash is there. 2 players in CT, but he can't connect anything. There's an M4 to get retrieved. Centaurus, damage done. They deny the bomb plant. Nap's done it once again. Nitro's there, and this is a slaughter now. They've lost the AK, they've lost the rifle, the bomb's been dropped, and Taco through the smoke gonna finish things off. Liquid move on to a 12th round. The tactical purchase does not pan out for Space Soldiers as they get annihilated in spite of a very nice opening found from Centaurus.
That's what they were looking for, that opening. They get it, but Snaplight once again, absolutely perfect with the decision-making. Gets that first kill, denies the plan, and Centaurus gets shut down. 12-7 now, Liquid homing in on the victory. There is a buy available for Space Soldiers, Engine on the UMP.
Yeah, they've got...
Excuse me.
Oh, good, Hembrick.
A lot of tissues being used, a lot of sneezing going on.
Just falling to pieces today.
Yeah.
Much like a Team Liquid T-side Mirage. But, oh, that nade stack down Banana, that's brutal. Major, he goes down without even seeing an ounce of combat there. He's going to fall at the first hurdle. So that's a bit of a lull in the action. A bit of a B stream update for you. Heroic just knocked out Cloud9. They won 2-0. So there we go. That's a pretty impressive feat from the Scandinavian mix.
Back at it again in Dallas.
Yeah, you know, what can you say? Just a real criminal there. But Centaurus is going to go down. Line advantage extended even further for Liquid. Engine trying to step up to the plate to get the trade, just missing the timing enough. Give it another shot. This time Engine's going to find him. It's a Liege to hold back the calming tide. Finds one on a Paz. Still more players barreling his way. He's got to hold his own here. He does fall as Engine, king of the trades right now, manages a second despite being tagged down at 25 HP. Forced out of all by the Molotov. Nitro's already around, and I'm not sure they're ready for this. My goodness, Taco going to get deleted. Death by Engine falls as well, and Liquid, it's all them in this CT side. A 13th round locked in. Space Soldiers managed the bomb plant at least, so going to have a little bit more money to invest with in this one. The Liquid currently going flawless on their CT side. They've won every single round thus far.
Yeah, Zeus looks happy. That always bodes well for the team. If Papa's happy, the team's happy, I think. The lead gets the double nade. I think that's what Zeus is waving at. It's like double nades, goodbye. And they get the opening pick. They try to get towards B. And they get the plant down, but now just riding the coattails of the maximum loss bonus. 13-7, AK's out again. Team Liquid feels like they are good. 2-0 this one as well. We'll see. Round number 21. No AWP on either side. Team Liquid with an aggressive stance towards Banana. Trying to get up there. Major's got his knife out in the smoke. Oh my goodness, what is he up to? I have no idea why he's knife out in the smoke. I guess he's just hoping and praying that he wouldn't be taken down there, but that's actually just completely removes him from the equation. He had no one to trade with him. And down he goes, 5-on-4. Elige right at the bottom of Banana now.
I mean, this is so big. You can hear everyone moving around. Mike, oh, he's going to go through the smoke. Elige, no. Elige, you can't do this to them. You can't. He's got out of found two. He's dropped the bomb, and he's just decimated Space Soldiers in this round. Despe and Paz left alive. They're just clueless as Elige tears them limb from limb. Nitro's here to put the nail in the coffin.
The CT sides look amazing. Let's just say that. Team Liquid on CT is something to behold. T side, not as strong. Not as exciting, but the CT pushes and the coordination, the teamwork, everything, all those buzzwords is looking sensational right now. Like, Elige batters Major, pushes through the smoke. They've got no idea. His second kill, the fact he even goes for that is pretty remarkable. It sends out a message to the Space Soldiers squad that there's no way you're winning this map. This is 2-0, as we're absolutely schooling you at this point. But there it is. Has to be the buy now. Space Soldiers can't give up anything more. Maximum loss bonus, luckily, they do get the AKs and one UMP. A lack of utility there for Centaurus and Paz. It's going to take something remarkable now to keep them in this series.
Ooh, timing here for Twist. No, he's still able to find it. What, yeah, just what a shot to land. I mean, Centaurus Oh, Nitro as well, stepping up to the plate now, going to go ahead and eliminate Paz from the equation. It is just utter destruction across the map. Everywhere you go, it's Liquid on the scoreboard, finding frags left and right. Major and Despe left alive. And I mean, 4 players right now for Liquid just swarming this A bomb site. Look at them, they've been relegated to such a tiny portion of the map. They have no control of anything, and Despe's been spotted. He has at least dealt with Naf. Closing the man advantage down a little bit. Major, 4 HP now as there was a shot from Nitro ringing in. Twist in a position to finish him in Despe. 1v4, a lot to ask of the man filling in for Calix. It's just not meant to be. Twist deletes him, and Liquid, they're going to go to move to map and series point here. 15-7. Since moving on to the CT side, it has been all the boys in blue. They're looking very, very good right now. And Space Soldiers, they've just grinded right down to a halt.
Yeah, they're going to need 8 rounds in a row. They haven't picked up a single T round yet. Understandable, it's not the full squad. Space Soldiers are going to be hamstrung in this one. Calix, one of the stars, not available to them. So they're going to have 2 UMPs here, 3 players without any utility whatsoever. Those are the AKs. That was Antares, Major, and Despe. Running through the flames. Gonna have to be brute force here to try and find a kill. Antares can't get the first, and it's taking so much damage. And that should be it, ladies and gentlemen. It's gonna be Team Liquid taking this series. 5 on 2 now, make it 4. Engine 6 HP. He'll have to do whatever he can here to push it through towards CT spawn. But looks like a death sentence, and the bomb goes down. That's a guarantee to this point. Major knows it, and unfortunately, I think that is the end of the run. Major, but all to do, Harry. Do you believe?
Well, no, consider there's 3 players here, no. So many players look at his way. He's going to fall. Taco finishes him off, and a Liquid 16-7. Their CT sides are something to behold. I can't wait to see how they do throughout the rest of this event.
Yeah, really exciting. Those CT holds are absolutely perfect. I hate this. I don't really use that term too often, Harry, but for me, that was actually wonderful. Nafly is one of my absolute favorite players. Like, great to watch him operate in the CT forces. Great calculated pushes, nice risk taken, great aim, good discipline, and Space Soldier, unfortunately for them, like we said, don't have that 5th player. You can see their T sides just not working out for them at all. And you can see, look, a very disappointed group there. But for now, Harry, it's been a pleasure. We'll throw it over to the analysts to see what they thought of that one.
A whole lot of fun for us here at the analyst desk as well. Yes, it's bittersweet. Space Soldiers perhaps could have put up a bit more resistance versus Liquid, but if you have to really break it down, it seems like our casters and I assume our analysts equally as impressed by Liquid. Yanko, I saw the tweet come out, enjoying watching Liquid play.
Yeah, I think, you know, as we pointed out in the pregame, they started off on the T side. I reckon 4 or 5 rounds should be more than enough for them, the way their CT sides have been looking. And it's been rather impressive, you know, super dynamic, switching things up. Makes it super difficult for their opponents to get a read on, you know, what the setup is going to be and make a good call of their own.
I mean, in 2 maps, we got to see Space Soldiers manage to get just 2 rounds against the Liquid CT sides. They couldn't break them. It was a brick wall of blue. Chad, what's your take on it?
There has to be a couple of little caveats put in here. The fact of the matter is the stand-in, you know, it's going to make it a bit more difficult with the set strategies. And Space Soldiers is a team who we've kind of been looking at and saying, hey, online, they've been innovating their approach to the game. They're quite strat-heavy. They have a lot of routine. It doesn't just come down to the individuals lighting up the scoreboard. Whereas on the other side of things, Liquid is more in that vein, right? They obviously have the strong CT sides based off individual performances, everyone getting multi-kills when they have to, and then you flick on over their T sides, they have their defaults, they have their strats, but it's the individuals who are ones that can pull them out, and that's why we see them winning 4 spies.
And since this game was more or less straightforward, this is what bothers me, Alex, when we talk about CS and the scene at the moment. So this is what Liquid was able to do with their CT side in 2 weeks by missing Sydney, you know, after Marseille. And before Marseille, they had like 5 days with Taco to practice, that's it. Yeah. What are these other teams doing that have been together for 2 or 3 months already and that are like, you know, yeah, we're still incorporating this guy into the team, or we're figuring out the roles, or we're figuring out the map pool or whatnot, you know? What makes Liquid so special that they're able to look at this good, at least on their CT side, right? Not to go too much in depth on the other stuff, but that one little, or one major thing, right? What's preventing other teams for doing that much work on one segment of their game? Doesn't have to be the CT side, let it be the T side, let it be the pistol rounds, make it the anti-ecos, make it the map pool, right? They're super good on this one map, just one map that they're like the
have a power pick, have a pocket pick,
exactly,
have a surprise
one. And that's what's like the question mark for me right now.
I think it's the can-do attitude, Yanko.
Can-do attitude. Do you think Liquid have that?
Yeah, I think they have the can-do attitude.
I think Zeus has
you know
that.
What
I
else?
think Zeus has got them, you know, on a very tight leash.
You know what else Liquid have?
What's up?
They're going to be in the arena in front of the home crowd.
Absolutely, yes. They did get in front of that home crowd. We talked about Zeus as well. We actually get to hear from him right here, right now. They've got themselves to the playoffs, a big victory for Liquid, and they've done so rather unflinchingly, unwaveringly. Cloud9, at the very same moment, knocked out of the tournament. Looks like we have the best North American team's coach standing by.
That's right. We're standing here with what could be considered the best North American team's coach, Zeus. Yeah. Hey, let's get that one again. Yay. I like that. That had a nice little finesse to it. Now let's talk about what just went down here. You guys seemingly made pretty quick work of the Space Soldiers. Overall, what's your takeaway from this one?
They came in with a stand-in. Unfortunately, they had visa issues coming into this event. They are a team that are really unpredictable. We had never played them before. They have a completely different style. We felt that they weren't as prepared due to that stand-in. They were a little sloppy in all their takes and all their map rotations. I feel like we really outclassed them here. On Mirage, we had a straightforward game where we dominated our T side with our team plays and flashes for each other. On T side, there were a lot of close round. It came down to clutches, little details, but we were still in control to close out that match the whole time. On Inferno, we lost pistol, then we had a pretty good T side considering we lost that pistol. We were still able to trade rounds. Again, if we closed the round a little earlier, we probably have a 10-5, 11-4 half due to their economy. And on CT, we just dominated them. They really couldn't take much map control. They couldn't take banana from us, couldn't take mid. Taco was on fire, Naf, Elige, Twist, everyone.
The numbers don't lie, Zeus. We just looked at them before we went live here together, and your guys are firing on all cylinders right now. Some have even said you're poised to do very, very, very well at this event. I'm not going to name any names, but regardless, you are going to be going up against the winner of SK and Astralis, which could be a pretty tough spot. But you guys are looking pretty good. What are your thoughts going into that one? Who do you got?
That's going to be a really interesting match. SK hasn't been having the best results as of late, but I feel that lately they've stepped up their game. They have gotten to a better level than what they were. Astralis, in my opinion, is the most solid team in the world right now. Their map pool is really good. Their team play. In a group stage match, I think we will be playing Astralis, and I expect a really hard match, but if we keep playing like we're playing, we have a really good chance to make it straight to semis. Straight to semis.
And now, one last question I'm going to leave you with here. Playing in front of this crowd, how important is it for you in front of this team? What is the mindset like with that?
Playing in front of an American crowd now is always amazing. Before my days of SKLG, the crowd was always against us. We were always the hated team. So it's really nice to have a little support from the guys. I feel that. So I'm really happy that Taco's going to get to experience that for the first time, being on a team where he's going to have the home crowd support right here, with the exception of Brazil. So it should be amazing. I really want to see everyone in Dallas. Come check it out.
Come check it out. That's right. And if Taco's firing away like he is today, you're going to have a show for you. Either way, Alex, we're going to be going into this last best of 3 soon, but let's try to wrap this one up first.
Lots for us to learn from that one, and thank you very much, Stunner. In fact, Stunner will be taking my place for the next game. Talking of Astralis versus SK, that is coming up after this.
Hope it's not hard enough.
But it's actually got me very excited about the concept of potentially an Astralis Liquid game in the future, because I mean, we praised Astralis' CT sides, and we're talking about Liquids, but this could be a game where it's just like 13-2, 13-2.
Just the thought of it gets me moist, Alex.
Yeah, mildly? Absolutely. Chad, what about you, though? What do you learn from that interview? I think it was quite something I hadn't considered. Taco's going to get to play, with the exception of Brazil, in front of a crowd that will be supporting him loud and Larry.
Yeah, well, look, that should be a positive for him. I think everyone around the world always spots Taco, a very likable guy. But
it's evidently not what I was saying. Clearly, I was saying.
Can we get Trace in here already?
North American crowd, North American team, never experienced that before. Isn't that great?
First time he's been on a North American team.
Yes, Chad. That's
I get the point. It feels like a moot one.
Okay, can mommy and daddy please stop fighting?
This is why, by the way, this is why I'm not hosting the next ones, because Chad's demanded.
I want to get rid of him.
Stunner fills in. No.
Chad's not going to be here either, so.
Yeah, exactly.
Just continue to fight by the pool.
Couldn't handle it. Right, we're going to go catch some rays. No. Before we do wrap this one up, we do see that rather sterling result. I just want to quickly get some closing thoughts on Space Soldiers thrust to the lower bracket. They're up against Optic. They could still make a run. What's the opinion over there, Yenko?
Yeah, I think it's also a matter of, Liquid has been looking really good, but Space Soldiers, they don't have the necessary coordination. And the style that Liquid ran on the CT side, it's perfect against a team that's struggling with that, right? That can't make snappy calls on the fly and adjust on the fly. So against Optic, they had a good showing of their own against NIP today. But if Space Soldiers step up, we can have a close series there.
Fingers crossed. Well, we'll leave it there for now. Coming up after the break, you have got a real juicy game. And if you want to go ahead and add some more juice to your game, you can check out the MDL. You can go ahead and battle yourself if you're interested at play.esca.net. But if you want to see the guys who are trying to get themselves into the Pro League, you can easily find all the info you need at esca.net/MDL. With that said, we're going to take a break. We get to see Astralis back in action and see who will be meeting Liquid in that battle for a semi-final spot over in front of that crowd. It's all coming up after the break. SK Astralis will see if the Brazilians can do much versus the Scary Danes after this.